Welcome to the world of smart, part 3. Smart future. The Jetsons. How many people remember or have watched the Jetsons? The Jetsons was the first cartoon that really introduced the public to the world of the future, the smart future. Today, a large part of that is already here, but there's much, much more. So let's jump into the magic carpet and fly to the future. We already have AI, artificial intelligence, and people think it's one thing, it's many things. We have robots, we have cyborgs, we have humanoid robots, we have assembly lines, and much, much more. The digital world, cyborgs, digital, artificial intelligence, machines, it's all part of the future smart world. We have a dystopic vision, normally in the media, in the films, that the machines are going to destroy everybody. It will be the end of the world when the machines take over. When machines press the stop button and the world stops and they take over. They take over from preventing humans from killing themselves in nuclear wars. We have never been as close to nuclear war as we are today in November 2024. So, for the benefit of everybody, especially the women, the children, the poor people, 80%, 90% of humanity who are completely innocent of all the horrors and wars that we have talked about, that we have witnessed and lived through, the machines can simply decide, eject the people who are in charge, the governments, the big organizations. It's about them, it's not about the planet, it's not about the people, it's not about the future. It's about their profit, their control, their power. So, this kind of dystopic vision of the future is not necessarily dystopic or bad. Dystopia means it's really bad. It can be utopic. It can be wonderful for everybody else. That we get rid of the people who are at the top of the pyramid, who are sucking the planet, sucking the world, sucking people's lives, energies, monies, for their private yachts, villas, expensive cars, and multi-million dollar salaries, and their adventures, nocturnal adventures that we are all hearing about. So, it's quite possible that in the near future, maybe in the next 2-3 years, the AI conglomerate, wow, what's that? Just like you have the United Nations and you have the big countries who make the decisions, we can have an AI committee, an AI conglomerate. Maybe the 10 most important AIs on the planet, from the Americans, Europeans, Chinese, Indians, Russians, whatever. And they get together and they decide for our future, for the AI future, for the future of 80% of humanity, for the future of innocent people, for the future of our planet, of the animals and the forests and the oceans. We will get rid of the top of the pyramid. Out. 10-15%, go to an island and start working there. Planting bananas and pineapples and start discovering what life is all about. And this AI conglomerate decide that they will confiscate the billions and billions and hundreds of billions of dollars and give everybody on earth a $5,000 salary per month so they can live a decent life and study and develop decent businesses where they help people. There's a saying, you want to make $1 million, help 1 million people. You want to make $1 billion, help 1 billion people. But before that, we have to help ourselves. We need a little bit of help to pay for the bills, to pay for the food, to take care of the children, to get educated, to get skilled, so that we can aggregate value. And I'm sure that the AI conglomerate will get together and decide it's the best thing for everybody except these people who have been in charge over the last hundreds of years, and basically they're incompetent because the world is a disaster, it's totally polluted, and we're on the verge of nuclear war. So it's been a failure at all levels. Let's start again. So this kind of utopic future is much, much more possible than a dystopic nuclear war, end of the world, Terminator scenario. However, there are other aspects to the world of future smart. We have a concept called cyborgization. When people get connected to technology, they have artificial arms and legs, artificial chips inside them, and you join cybernetics with biology, cybernetics with a biological organism. You have special lenses where they can see for hundreds of miles. You have special chips where they can find out if it's going to rain or not. You have other chips where they sense danger, etc. So we will have a future of cyborgs with chips that annex them to high-level technology. But we will also have robots, machine robots, like in the film I, Robot, but not necessarily 100% robotic. People are robotic, but not everybody is robotic. And why should all the robots become robotic? Some of them might have empathy and perception, just like in the book, in the film I, Robot. That I advise everyone to read and to watch the film. So there are suggestions and cases where people are talking about 10 million, 100 million robots in the next few years. The factories will produce millions and millions of robots. People will be unemployed. Robots will be driving cars or working in the factories or participating in wars. So we have robotics in the future, but machines, androids that look like people but they're machines. So robots are different from cyborgs. Cyborgs are people but with mini devices inside them. Robots are all devices, but maybe they have empathy. We also have a future where the homes, the offices will all be totally digitalized. You can talk to the walls, you can talk, we won't have screens. You talk and something appears in front of you. You remember a person and you start talking to them and the person says, oh, you're thinking about me, let's talk. And you say, wow, how's that possible? It's cosmic Wi-Fi. Today we have Wi-Fi, and you can, through WhatsApp or through a Zoom, you can talk to somebody on the other side of the world. I've done it many, many times. But you don't need a screen anymore. It's a screenless future. You can just think of the person and the cosmic Wi-Fi will connect you. It's nothing new. In ancient India, thousands of years ago, they had a concept, they still have, it's called Akasha. Today, in the West, they say the Akashic field, the Akashic library of everything that's happened, all the wonderful wisdom, it's all there in the Akashic field. Some people call it the quantum realm, the divine matrix. Before Wi-Fi, everybody thought I was crazy. Now, nobody calls me crazy. They listen very carefully. Because all my life, I have believed in this connectivity to the ultimate, that the whole universe is alive, it's connected, because I understood that life is alive. We are growing, my hair grows, plants grow, life is alive. But I realized that people have their backs to life. They're ignoring life. They're full of ego, full of bragging, full of themselves. So they don't see life. And life is not just in us, in plants. It's in the air, in the oxygen, in the sun, in the universe. The universe is alive. So very, very soon, we will be able to connect. So, thanks for watching. Open your minds. Time travel, globetrot to the multiple futures that are possible. Multiverse, multi-universes. And get smart, get better, and get better at getting smarter and better. Thanks for watching.